No, you don't need a camera. We got a microphone. I mean, that's all we can do. It's either that or no.
Right. Check.
Where are you, Jake?
I start seeing some of them. I got a Yeah. Yeah, because I have different control right now. And it's all happy too. Yeah, but
Too close together.
you can read it. You can read it. Give it time. It's just all the black and
Can help.
it looks really good. What's that settle down a little bit? There's a lot of
You know that this is also.
Go stop. I closed it out. You have your mic. Yeah. I'm doing it with nothing open. I mean, yeah, I get it. If we both have our mics on, it's getting sound going in there, and that sound going in. I don't know. I'm not an engineer, so. We need to start pretty soon. You. Hold it up like you're making a phone call. Yeah, like that. I don't know if that's going to help or not.
It's worth a shot.
Can we hear each other there? Nope.
I can hear you.
You can hear me through here?
Yes.
I hear me through there. That's the problem. That's what's the problem. But I don't know what to do about that. Is that an iPhone? I thought it was. Yeah, the fact that he's hearing both of us, but you're not coming through my phone. I am coming through yours. Check, 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 check. I can't hear you.
Not at all.
He can hear you, but I can't. He can hear you, but I can't. I don't have to. Very strange.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
And good evening and welcome to Northwest High School as we get set for Northwest and Marlington here on the Q92 Sports Network. Clint, Scroggs, and Mike Kelley with you as we bring you high school football each week, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group. Our pregame show brought to you by RG Drag. Learn, earn, and succeed with RG Drag. Marlington and Northwest meeting in week 2 for the 6th consecutive season. Northwest has won 4 of the 5 against the Dukes in that span. Last week, Marlington got a victory, as did Northwest. So both teams coming in 1-0. Northwest with a 16-0 win over Alliance, as Connor Stevenson and Jacob Garber scoring the only 2 touchdowns. A much bigger win for Marlington in week 1, as wide receiver Cam Evanich, 4 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown at 70 yards rushing. And I'll bring in Mike Kelley here. I don't know what to expect. It's a little early in the season to have an idea about who's going to be doing what.
Yeah, Cam Evans is a guy that's expected to lead this Marlington team. He's a guy who last year was well on his way to a 1,000-yard receiving season. Lost in week 5, and he's a senior now, right? So he's positioned well. 150 collective yards in week 1 is a great start. And it's a good program.
Beautiful night for football as we had last week. We have sunshine. Shadows now started to cross onto the field as the Northwest band leaves. They provided us with the national anthem and with the Northwest alma mater as the stands begin to fill. And I guess what you could call a traditional rivalry, Marlington and Northwest, as they've met many times over the season. Last week for Marlington, they had a touchdown from Cole Bates. He also recovered 2 fumbles and scored a defensive touchdown. The Dukes winning at Warrensville Heights. Tyler Klein, Jacob Rose also with touchdowns. Lucas Williamson intercepted a pass for the Dukes. So they had a good performance last week. They've struggled over the past few years under Coach Cardinal, but you always like to see that kind of performance, especially on the road, especially in week 1, and now being able to take on a team that you've struggled with in the past with as much confidence probably as you can have coming into a game like this.
Blessing in disguise. The injuries last year give you young guys a lot of playing time. So you return 14 starters, 20 lettermen. This is a team that has some experience. A good test here in week 2 against a Northwest team that's been to the playoffs 5 years in a row.
West, as we said, 16-0 over Alliance. They got an offensive touchdown. They got a defensive touchdown. Jacob Garber had the 4-yard touchdown run in the 3rd quarter. They also got a field goal from Noah Cooper. Their defensive touchdown came on a lateral that ended up in the end zone. It was recovered by Connor Stevenson and John DeMarco, leaning on those couple of guys as well as the handful of seniors that are back this year for Northwest. This is a heavy underclassmen team, and he told me during the week that part of the reason they was 16-0 last week was the fact that they were being so conservative on offense, not wanting to put guys who weren't used to being out there in positions of having to make huge plays. They got the win they needed. They got off to a 1-0 start, and maybe adding a little more as they go along.
Yeah, finding a way to a victory with 3 sophomore offensive linemen in week 1, that's a step in the right direction. You lose 23 seniors, and in this year's squad, you have 18 combined, seniors and juniors. That's a very young team. So we'll see what they do tonight.
The Alliance offense got into the red zone twice last week. They had a pass into the 17-yard line. They threw one over the middle, but they ran out of time. First half ended. And then after a double pass that got them down to the 5-yard line, the Northwest defense held on downs and kept Alliance out of the end zone and off the scoreboard. So 16-0 the win last week for the Northwest Indians. We'll take a time out here, and we'll come back with more of the RG Drag pregame show as we get set for Northwest and Marlington. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Tired of rising gas prices and the cost of daily maintenance? Let Sarda do the driving for you. Sarda offers safe. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride while we handle the road. Plus, with convenient routes and easy trip planning, getting where you need to go has never been easier. Ride smart, ride Sarda. Visit sardaonline.com and get moving today.
Please welcome your 2026 Northwest Indian football team.
The Northwest Indians have taken the field, and now the Marlington Dukes are across the way. Northwest will be the home red jerseys. White numbers, white pants, red and silver trim, silver helmets with the red face mask. Marlington, the traveling white jerseys. Can't tell if those are white or gray pants. And they have orange numbers and orange helmets with a black and white stripe across the top. I believe Marlington is going to receive the opening kickoff. And we're just waiting for the teams to take the field right now. Other games in the area have McDonald and Malvern. Hudson is at Jackson. Talmadge at Green. Massillon at Glen Oak. Worcester at Alliance. Boardman at Lake. Triway at Norwayne. Garraway is at Doughton. Akron Bookdale at Indian Valley. West Branch at New Philadelphia. Not sure what the holdup is. Arlington will actually be kicking off to start the game. And Northwest still not on the field. Here they come. The Dukes were lined up and ready to go.
Kicking off to start the first half of the Marlington Dukes. Number 2, Talon Siders. He could receive for the Northwest Indians.
Talon Siders will kick off for Marlington. 2 back deep for Northwest. Ty Lipkins and Sanad Apteen. Here's the run up, and there's the kick. It's high and short. It's going to bounce inside the 20. It's picked up and out to the 27, 20, maybe the 28-yard line comes Abouteen, 6'3" senior on the return for Northwest. So the Indians will take over. They'll spot the ball on the 27-yard line. We'll come out with Braden Venables, senior quarterback. In the pistol, back on either side of him, 2 out to the right, 1 to the near side. It's a handoff up the middle. And a quick gain for Jacob Persons, I believe. Or is it Jacob Garber? Sorry. Garber, who got a lot of action in the backfield last week, picks up 1 yard. Second and 9 here for Northwest. Again, they sent 2 out to the right, 1 to the near side. Venables hands it off to the 30, to the 32, 33-yard line. And that was the other back, Connor Stevenson, on the carry. So at the 33, it'll be third down and 4.
Keep it very simple for this young offensive line. Get a little confidence, let them get out of their stances, put hands on bodies. See what they do here.
This time they come with 2 stacked near side, 1 out to the right. 1 man in motion now, Riker Griffin out to the right side. And it's a handoff up the middle. Stevenson, first down to the 41-yard line.
Not a ton of sticks there. Just good tackling at the line of scrimmage.
Keegan Keller on the tackle for Marlington, but Northwest with a first down on their 41. So 3 running plays, and they pick up the first down. Venables, hands off, running left. That is Garber. And he has 5 or more, maybe 6 out to the 47-yard line. Cam Evanich on the tackle. That is a nice 6-yard gain on first down. Second and 4. It's a handoff. Up the middle goes Stevenson, and this time he's going to be jammed up at the line of scrimmage. The big defensive tackle and on the stop. That is Joel West Cole, the junior, 6'1" and 300, making the stop. Hard man to move out of there, and it'll be third down and 4.
Third down.
Same formation. And a give up the middle, bouncing out to the right side, goes Garber into the secondary and finally dragged down on the Marlington 37-yard line. That'll be 16 yards on the play.
Nothing fancy there, right? Lining up, coming straight at you, straight downhill. Marlington's got to do a better job of tackling at the point of attack.
So all on the ground and very successful for Northwest so far.
At the 37-yard line.
Aboutin out to the right, 2 to the near side. Another handoff up the middle. And again, a hole. 40, 35, 30, and down to the 20-yard line, or close to it, goes Jacob Garber. They'll spot him on the 20, and another first down. Garber, 6 feet, 211. Stevenson, 6'1", 201. So basically 2 fullbacks with a little bit of quickness.
Yeah, 2 guys that play linebacker and running back. Tough, hard-nosed kids that are going to lead this young team.
First and 10 on the 20. This time it is Stevenson running right, and he's going to get nothing. Marlington has had 2 or 3 plays on the possession where they've stopped them for no gain, but there have been others, too many for Marlington, that have ended up with pretty good size gains. Worcester leading Alliance 7-0 on the Sardis scoreboard. Second and 10. Riker Griffin and Ty Lipkins to the near side. Offensively, Marlington jump, no flag. Here's a handoff up the middle. Garber, he's to the 15, dragging tacklers down to the 6-yard line. And it will be first and goal for Northwest, as again, they just plow right through the Marlington defense.
This young offensive line is certainly impressing me early on, coming out and punching him right in the mouth.
Josh Little is the center. He's a sophomore at 299. And he'll snap it back here. Venables. And he hands off up the middle. Garber takes it into the 4-yard line. So that's a 2-yard pickup. It'll be over 4.5-minute drive for Northwest by the time this next play is run. The left guard is 53, Val Boyette, who's also a sophomore, 5'9" and 210. The left tackle is Cole Stevenson, senior at 235, as they come up on 2nd and goal on the 4. Low snap, handoff up the middle, big hole, touchdown, Northwest Indians. Well, it was like a train going down the field for Northwest. They didn't meet much resistance other than a couple of plays. John DeMarco, no need to open it up when you're going to be doing that.
No need to go to the air when you can just stick to simple counter and trap concepts and take 5 minutes off the clock, right? That's what you want to do with a young offense.
Noah Cooper for the extra point. Had a field goal last week. Snap back, ball down, kick is up. He didn't get all of that one, and it's good. It just crawled over the bar. Cooper with his hands on his helmet, and how poorly he hit that, but it did just get over the bar. So we have a timeout on the field with 7:15 to go in the first quarter. It's Northwest 7, Marlington nothing. You're listening to high school football, presented by the Star Shown Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Don't fumble your next car purchase. Head to Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton. Their friendly team will coach you through every step, whether you're shopping for a new Chevrolet, a quality pre-owned vehicle, or coming in for service. At Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton, every customer is treated like the MVP. Visit Buck Chevy in Canal Fulton. Call 330-854-2216 or start your drive today at buckchevy.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Don't worry about it.
Back at Northwest, where the Indians have taken a 7-0 lead over the Marlington Dukes. Clint Scroggs and Michael Kelley with you from Smilex Stadium as the Indians have very little trouble running it right down the field and getting the touchdown.
Number 19, Jacob Rose.
Two back deep for Marlington. As Cooper gets set to kick it off. Nope, that is Colin Harris to kick it off. He hits it high and to the near side of the field, taken at the 13-yard line. Cole Jones up to the 30, 35, 40. Jones to the near sideline, 50. Jones 40. Jones finally down at the 28-yard line. Brought down by Riker Griffin, but a huge return on the kickoff by Cole Jones, showing some quickness, but also a good job by that Marlington special team.
Yeah, 50-plus yards on a kickoff return. That's a way to get your offense fired up. Give them a short field out of the gate.
They were the ones who had the more success as far as the scoreboard was concerned last week. In their victory at Warrensville Heights, they'll start on the 25, 1st and 10. Their quarterback is Tyler Walder, sophomore, 5'9" and 155. He has a man to his left. In the pistol, that's Jacob Rose. He switches his receivers, two of them over to the left. There's three over there, one to the near side right. And back to throw. Quick screen out to the left side. It's caught 25, 20-yard line. Catch by Cole Jones, who had the big kickoff return for Marlington, and they pick up 5 yards on first down. Hudson up on Jackson, 7-0 on the Sardis scoreboard. They look to the far side for the play, 15 on the play clock, and still trying to get the play sorted out. Going to have to hustle down to 7. Wing right, 2 in the backfield. Now motion to the left, and they just got it snapped. Toss back, running play to the left, and nothing there for Cam Evidich. As they want to get their big man going, he gets the ball on the second play, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 21-yard line.
First time out, you have him to the bottom of the screen split, and there's a lot of attention paid to him by the Northwest defense. So sometimes being a decoy is as important as hitting the ball into your hands.
They'll bring 2 to the near side, 1 out wide left, wing right, and 1 in the backfield. Rose to the right of his quarterback. Walder calling signals. Takes the snap. Hands off. And to the 20. Bouncing it outside. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Marlington Dukes. Jacob Rose goes in from 21 yards out, and the Dukes answer right back.
A little bit of their own medicine, right? They come out there out of the gun and run a counter concept. He gets the edge untouched, and he's off to the races.
They missed tackle in there somewhere, but give credit to Jacob Rose, sophomore, 5'10 and 180. And now an extra point attempt here by Talon Siders. Siders, a senior. Out of the hold of Cole Jones, who set this up with a good kickoff return to start things. Line drive kick, and it's up and through. 5:31 to go in the first period. From Northwest, our score, the Indians 7, Marlington 7. You're listening to high school football presented by the Sarstone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members. With a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
Taking off 40. For Marlington, number 17, Lucas Williamson.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here's the kickoff return for Northwest, and it only gets up to the 20-yard line. Sanad Abotine taken down by Ace Lowe, a junior. And Marlington has done a much better job covering kicks so far tonight in the early going, but neither defense has really stopped the other one. We'll see if Marlington can get that done now.
If there's one downfall to the Dukes' quick score, it's that your defense is right back on the field. So how do they respond here?
Same formation with Braden Venables, the senior quarterback. He's standing straight up. The backs are bent over, and they're all the same height. Snap back, handoff. And Stevenson has the ball, and he gets through the line of scrimmage. I thought he was down, but he's able to get through for a first down. He broke through and got out to the 36-yard line. That's 15 yards on first down for Connor Stevenson. 201 pounds, and probably not too many players on the defense, any level, except one that I can see that Marlington can run out there that's over 200 pounds, and they're trying to tackle these running backs. And another handoff. Stevenson, huge hole right up the middle, and another first down. A trend definitely starting to present itself here as they get out to the 47. So 2 straight ahead running plays and 2 first down.
Yeah, they're pulling the guard across the center's face and kicking out an end, and there's a crease right there. And if you don't come and make the play at the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a big gain.
1st and 10 on the 47. 4.5 minutes to go in the first period. Low snap this time. And this time up the middle goes Garber. And he is cut down after a nice gain. Doesn't get a first down, but he's going to get about 8 yards to the Marlington 45. Spotted just short of the 45-yard line. Second and 2. Handoff. Up the middle, Stevenson again. And I think it's that same play you just described as they went to the 34 this time. That's an 11-yard pickup, and we're going to have a timeout here for Marlington. Talk about it when we come back as the Dukes take their first timeout. It's 7-7, 3:52 left in the first quarter. And you're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
We have 3:52 to go in the first period from Northwest. The Indians and the Marlington Dukes are tied at 7. Northwest driving. Last week it was run, and then take a shot. You would say Marlington needs to get more people in the box.
As a defensive coordinator, you have to do something. I mean, you're sitting in a standard 3-4 formation. You need bodies in the box. They can't average 8 yards a carry. That's not a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10 from the Marlington 34, handoff up the middle, and Garber bounces off a tackler, spins forward, finally dragged backwards by Cole Bates. That will be a gain of, still walking forward with his yard marker. That's 5 yards down to the 29. 2nd and 5. Damian Jones comes in, a sophomore at 285, replacing West Cole, who needs a blow. 2nd and 5. Snap back to Venables. Run up the middle. And it is Stevenson to the 26-yard line. So that sets up a 3rd and 2. If you're going to load the box, this would seem to be the time.
Sure thing. I mean, this is becoming demoralizing. You're just getting out-physicaled at the point of attack, time after time after time. Absolutely. Bring bodies in there and help yourselves.
Call it 3rd and 1 with the ball right on the 25-yard line. As the Indians look to the near side for the play. Wouldn't expect anything too exotic, though. 3rd and 1, you might try to go over the top. We've always got 4th down to go. Marlington says Northwest move. They did not, apparently. And here's a run up the middle, and it's going to be Stevenson all the way for a touchdown. Check that. It's Jacob Garber going all the way, 25 yards. And Northwest is 2 for 2. Now, they haven't moved the yard markers. I do see a flag now down inside the 10-yard line, so we'll have to wait on the signal for that. Northwest celebrating, though most of their offense is still out on the field. Let's see what we got. Oh, a holding call here against Northwest. But it's well downfield, so that'll only back them up to the 17. They needed to get to the 24 for a first down, so they actually got the first down. But the holding will cost them a touchdown. They have Braden Boyle out wide to the right, 2 to the near side. Lipkins and Griffin, 2 in the backfield. Snap back to Venables. Handoff up the middle. Dukes have it bottled up. It still ends up with about a 3 or 4 yard gain as Connor Stevenson carries the ball. And we're down to around 2 minutes left in the first period. 7-7 our score.
Second down and 7.
Louisville leads Ursuline 7-0, 5.5 to go in the first period. Venables hands off up the middle. Garber brought down after a short gain this time. We'll spot him at around the 12-yard line, where it will be third down and about 5. 7-7 our score. Same formation as it has been basically since the start here for Northwest. Venables awaiting the snap. He hands it off up the middle, and the back is tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Garber went down right in the middle of the line. And fourth down now, and about 5. Put the ball back on the 13. So John DeMarco here thinking it over, and the play clock down to 15, the game clock down to 37. Let's see if he'll let it run down and maybe call a timeout here on a fourth down play. I would say obviously go for it here, but 6 yards is a long way. We'll have to wait and see as we come back from the timeout. We'll take a break. 7-7 our score. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Tired of rising gas prices and the cost of vehicle maintenance? Let SARTA do the driving for you. Whether you're heading to work, school, shopping, or a doctor's appointment, SARTA offers safe, reliable, and affordable transportation throughout Stark County. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride while we handle the road. Plus, with convenient routes and easy trip planning, getting where you need to go has never been easier. Ride smart, ride SARTA. Visit SARTAonline.com and get moving today.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
We have 26 seconds to go in the first quarter from Northwest. The Indians and the Marlington Dukes tied at 7. And Northwest comes out with a 4th and 6, and they're going to send the kicker out there. Noah Cooper, who had a field goal last week, barely made his extra point earlier, but he's going to try one here from 30 yards. Venables is the holder. Snap is good. Kick on the way, has the distance, and it is good. 30-yard field goal for Noah Cooper. So he has a field goal in each week. We'll keep it here for the final few moments of this first period, but Northwest has taken a 10-7 lead. A couple of things to learn there. One is we didn't get all of the kicker, Noah Cooper, on that extra point. Second thing is Marlington has to be very excited about the fact that they were able to just throttle that. Of course, the holding penalty helped them, but they were able to stop Northwest and force a field goal attempt. So that has to feel good no matter how you got there.
Yeah, if you're Coach Cardinal right there, you're like, okay, listen, we stopped the bleeding. Okay, we'll give up the 3 offensively. They were able to do what they wanted. So you give yourself a chance to take a lead here.
Well, Marlington's only had the ball enough time to amass 17 yards, but they went for a touchdown after a long kickoff return. Northwest with 152 total yards. That was a 9-play, 79-yard drive. So the kickoff all the way. It's a high one, and it's going to come down in the middle of the field around the 11-yard line. Again, that is Jones, this time significantly shorter on the return. They'll get him down right around the 21-yard line, and that's where Marlington will take over with 16 seconds to go in the first period. And the Dukes now trailing 10-7. They've actually thrown a pass so far. It was a bubble screen, but at least they have thrown a pass. Northwest exclusively on the ground. All 152 yards of their offense in the first period. That's a 600-yard pace, in case you're keeping track. Here is a penalty before the snap. Looks like the Dukes moved early, the right side of the offensive line. They have Jordan Vance and Damian Jones on the right side of the line. Kason Gowan is in the middle. So it'll be 1st and 15 back on the 16-yard line. The tight end is Cole Bates. He's to the left side. You have two receivers over there. The wing left, the short side of the field. They'll run it up the middle. And the man who scored the touchdown, Jacob Rose, is going to go down after a short gain out to about the 18-yard line, and that will run out the first period. So we've reached the end of the first from Northwest, as the score is the Northwest Indians 10, the Marlington Dukes 7. We'll come back with a second period in a moment. After a timeout, you're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 Sports Network.
Don't fumble your next car purchase. Head to Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton. Their friendly team will coach you through every step, whether you're shopping for a new Chevrolet, a quality pre-owned vehicle, or coming in for service. At Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton, every customer is treated like the MVP. Visit Buck Chevy in Canal Fulton. Call 330-854-2216 or start your drive today at buckchevy.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Yeah, it's only 18.
Oh, it is only 18.
Yes.
How did I mess that up?
You got 13.
Second quarter ready to go here from Canal Fulton. Marlington with a 2nd and 13 and back to throw. Deep throw into coverage, and it is incomplete. Intended for Cam Evidich around the 45-yard line, but as you said earlier, a lot of attention going that man's way, and he was double covered there.
Yeah, he actually snuck underneath the coverage and had a shot to make the catch, but that's awfully tough having two guys draped over top of you.
So third down. And 13 for Marlington. Now Boston Ring and Cole Jones to the near side. Connor Gill and Cam Evidich out to the right. Evidich the wide man. As the Dukes now going from our right to our left. Jones in motion right. Back to throw. Walder rolls right, throws over the middle and through the hands of his receiver. It incomplete. Pass a little bit high and led him a little bit too much. And it'll be a punting situation here for Marlington. Hudson leading Jackson 14-7 on the Sarda scoreboard. So on 4th and long, deep in their own territory, the Dukes will punt it away, and it will be Tyler Walder, the sophomore quarterback, to kick it away. Northwest with one man deep right around the 50-yard line. Northwest showing rush, and they nearly got there. Line drive kick on the 47, coming to the near side. 40 and out of bounds on the near side of the field. Goes, I believe that was Venables who returned it. So he goes out of bounds. They'll spot him on the 36-yard line. So great field position here for Northwest as they have a chance to put a stamp on this game here early on, leading 10-7.
Yeah, I don't think Coach DeMarco is going to change the strategy. Really no reason to when you're averaging 8 to 10 yards a carry, right? Stick to the misdirection on the ground until Marlington proves they can stop it.
2 receivers out to the far side left, 1 to the near side, the short side of the field. Venables again, bracketed by his 2 running backs. And on first down, handoff up the middle. This time they wrap up the ball carrier, Connor Stevenson, at the 35. That's a 1-yard pickup. Ryder Smith and Tyler Klein and Brody Shoemaker on the stop. Not quite a minute into the second period. Northwest with a 10-7 lead. And they have it 2nd and 9 on the Marlington 35. Each team scoring on their first possession a touchdown. Back to throw. Venables, first time. Throws it down the middle. It's caught to the 15 and spinning away is Ty Lipkins, 6'3", 175 and a senior. And the first pass of the night, very successful for Northwest.
Yeah, I mean, a quarter plus into the game, the DBs just get caught flat-footed. You're kind of sleeping, right? So, hey, they have proven they will go to the air. You got to be ready.
1st and 10 for Northwest on the Marlington 13. 2 out to the left, 1 to the near side. And up the middle goes Garber. That's to the 9-yard line. So a 5-yard pickup, and seeing a handful of very short gains, no gain or 1 yard, but everything else has been 5 yards or more. And as good as it is now, you would think it would be getting better as the game goes on, as the Marlington defense is more tired and a little demoralized. 2nd and 5 on the 9. Low snap, handoff, up the middle. Garber inside the 1. He's dragged down. They're going to call him down on the 1-yard line. The Indians wanting a touchdown, but again, just too much up front for the Indians.
Yeah, and Marlington's not rotating bodies, right? So these guys have been on the field a whole lot in this first barely over quarter.
I think we've seen 1 sub, basically, among the front 7. 1 sub 1 time. 2 to the near side now, 1 to the left. Again, the low snap, handoff up the middle, and it's a touchdown for Connor Stevenson. And the Northwest Indians continuing to dominate up front and have their 2nd touchdown of the night, and they've scored all 3 times they've had the ball.
Yeah, I think Venables got away with one there. I think he got that snap on his knee. But the bottom line is that the offensive line continues to win at the point of attack. And if they do that, it's going to be a long night for the Dukes.
Cooper with the extra point. He has 1 of those tonight and a field goal. Good snap, ball down, kick on the way. It's good. 9:35 to go in the second quarter. Score now, Northwest 17, Marlington 7. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Rodney Newtrunner with Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio. For 3 generations, our family has had the privilege of serving families throughout our community. And because of your support, we're honored to be voted among the top 3 in the 2026 Community Choice Awards. That recognition means the world to us because it comes from our neighbors. If you're shopping for a new appliance, replacing one that's worn out, or simply looking for honest advice, we'd love to help. Stop by Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio, and see why local families have trusted us for generations.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
It's 14-0. Hudson 14, Jackson 7. Green and Talmadge tied at 7. Louisville leads Ursuline 7-0, the last score we had. And Northwest getting set to kick off.
All proceeds go to scholarships at the end of the season. Thank you for your support.
2 back deep for the Dukes, 1 up shorter in the middle of the field, up at the 15-yard line. Here's the kick. It's very high. It's short. It's going to bounce, and it's taken on the 23-yard line. And now scooting out the back door to the far side. That'll be Jacob Rose out near midfield. He is finally leveled on the far side of the field by Landon Kogar. But another big return here for Marlington. And again, they give themselves good field position. They had great field position the first time. This time they'll start on their own 49. At least that's what it looks like at the moment. Nope. There's a flag down. There's a flag down back at the 25-yard line. So unfortunately for Marlington, that great kickoff return is going to be wiped out. They're going to have to start inside their own 20-yard line.
Very young special teams unit, right? Like the whole squad with Northwest. But Marlington bailed them out there, right? Make a mental mistake. Now you're starting inside your own 20 with a long ways to go.
Yeah, with this offense and, them wanting to hang on to the ball, it would be nice to be able to be out near midfield to try a bunch of different things. Here, you would think they would be pretty conservative deep in their own end. They have 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and 1 back. Walter, the quarterback, hands it off. And a hole around the right side, out across the 20 to the 22, goes Jacob Rose. And the stop will be made on the 22, so that'll be a gain of 7.
I understand Marlington wanting to be aggressive through the air and get the ball in Evanich's hands. However, you do have to think about your defense here, right? You need to give them a break. So controlling the clock, running the ball a little bit here, if you can move the chains that way, is not a bad idea.
This time they come with 2 tight ends, 1 out to the right and 2 in the backfield. One about 7 yards deeper than the quarterback. They'll run it left again with Rose, and he's close to a first down, and he's going to have it to the 26-yard line. So the 2 tight ends, they said, we need to root this out of here.
Yeah, and Evanich is about 100 yards behind the quarterback there. But again, the defense has to account for him. So a little misdirection, he goes opposite the way of the play, and the defense is looking that way. It's a good design.
2 tight ends again. This time they have 2 receivers to the near side, and they'll now shift over to the right. Rose to the left of his quarterback. 5 of the play clock. They drop the snap, and running back just picks the ball up himself and takes it forward and gets met rather rudely right in the middle of the field. I think that was Connor Stevenson that came up and made the stop for Northwest. So he makes a big contribution there on defense after a great start offensively. And the busted play now has Marlington in a 2nd and 10 on their 26-yard line. We have 7:48 to go in the first half. Reminder at first half. It's presented by the CSC Federal Credit Union. We'll have halftime news. We'll have scores and hopefully some stats from this one from the first half. Back to throw. Walter throws the bubble screen to the right. It's caught out in the flat and no gain there. That was Evanich who made the catch, but just too much pursuit there by Northwest, and the tackle made by Logan Turbovich. Huge play here for Marlington offensively.
Yeah, and I think they're rattled a little bit, right? A couple questionable snaps, a low throw there. They have to settle in right now and realize, hey, we've done this. We moved the ball last week. We can do it this week.
3rd down and 10. This time they bunch 3 out to the far side right, and Evanich comes to the near side. Actually, they have 4 out there. The tight end split out, so 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side, empty backfield for Walter. See if they have the right people on the line of scrimmage. Here's the throw down the middle. It is caught across the 40 and out to the 43-yard line by Cole Jones, and a Marlington first down as they convert the 3rd down and 10. Interesting lineup and perfectly executed.
Yeah, if there was ever a time you needed a first down, it was right there. Very little indecision, took his drop and fired that ball.
And they'll come out of the same formation here with 4 out to the right, 1 to the near side. Walter, the sophomore quarterback, in the pistol on 1st and 10 from the 42. 3-man rush. Throw out to the far side. Caught on the 45. Receiver slips to tackle and goes to the 48-yard line. Parker Jones, a freshman, makes the grab for Marlington. As we are halfway through the second period, Northwest 17, Marlington 7, but the Dukes driving impressively after they had a nice kickoff return nullified by a penalty. They started on their 15. They're out to the 48 with a 2nd and 4. It's time 3 to the right, 2 to the near side. And Walter back to throw. 3-man rush. Now he's going to run, and he gets away. 50 and slides down, short of the first down on the Northwest 49. He'll be about a yard short, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down. We'll spot him with the ball touching the 49. So it'll be 3rd and 1. And they're having to go to the back of the playbook here, it looks like.
Yeah, it's really interesting what they're doing here offensively, moving Evanish all over the formation. We'll see what they do with him here on 3rd and short.
3 to the right, 1 to the near side, and a wing left as well. Walter yells out a signal. Now he looks to the far sideline for the call. 5 on the play clock. Down to 2, down to 1. He gets it snapped, throw far side, and a catch, rolling catch on the Northwest 44 with another first down. And again, it is Parker Jones, the freshman at 6 feet and 150. And right now, Northwest a little bit confused as to who's going where and what they need to do. They had it covered as far as Marlington's offense before the last few plays, but Joe Cardinal opening things up. Now he comes with 4 to the near side and 1 out to the right. 1st and 10 on the Northwest 44. Back to throw. Rush right up the middle. Walter rolling right. Throws far sideline and out of bounds. He hit the yard marker with that throw. It's that time Northwest finally sends an extra rusher. Jacob Garber up the middle.
Yeah, I think on that last completion, right, it's 3 5-yard hitches. I think Northwest is content to sit in a zone, drop their secondary, come up and make a tackle. With this lead early on and proving that they've been able to do what they want offensively, it's okay to give up a first down, especially if it keeps the clock moving.
And it is stopped right now after the incomplete pass. 4:16 left in the half. 17-7, Northwest over Marlington. Again, 5 wide. Walter back, looks right, looks middle. Now he's going to run, and he slides down after a very short gain. Let's see where they mark him on the 43. So that's a 1-yard pickup. He's reasonably patient back there, but then when he goes. And I think he's been told to get down on the ground.
Very clearly, because there was a lot of real estate open in front of him. I'm a little surprised with the slide there, but he's absolutely being coached to get down.
So 3rd and 9. So we are at 3:44, clock running, first half, 17-7 Northwest. Marlington on the Indians' 43-yard line. Walter in the empty backfield, takes the snap, big rush coming, spins out, rolling near side, 45, 40, going for the sideline, and he gets hit right along the sideline at the 38-yard line. Apparently a legal hit. We got some pushing and shoving now as the Marlington players in the Northwest bench. And still some talking going on. Cole Jones wasn't happy with something, and he's still being pushed away by his teammates. I don't see a flag anywhere. They're going to mark the ball at the Northwest 38-yard line, where it will be 4th down and 4. Clock stopped at 3:27, and now we're going to have a timeout, I believe. 17-7, Northwest will take a break. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Timeout, Marlington.
I think
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think it was anything dirty.
No.
The football. I stopped it.
I mean, you can't see where the line is, but
The first time he doesn't slide. It's just
crunched. Yes.
I was like, what are you doing? Like, dive forward. Like,
Right.
Dude, like,
Something.
you start the slide. That's where the play is dead.
That's not the place to pick a fight. It's the other team's coach. Let's get realistic here, okay?
You don't pick a fight with somebody else and you try about I'm just saying, you don't pick a fight.
Marlington with a 4th and 4 on the Northwest 38-yard line with 3.5 to go in the first half. Marlington trailing 17-7. They come out with 4 bunch to the right. Now a man comes in motion near side. Then back to throw. Walder, he's going to run. 35, 30, and down to the 29-yard line. That looked like a designed run, possibly. It came pretty quickly, and there was no slide there from Tyler Walder. 1st and 10 for Marlington on the 29.
Yeah, they cleared the middle of the field. It's very, very possible that was a design draw. Very well executed.
Ball on the 29. Duke's looking to the far sideline for the play. They trail 17-7 here late in the first half. Evanich out to the right, 4 to the near side. Jones goes in motion right. Walder back to throw. Over the middle, incomplete. He threw it behind his man, and now there's a flag down after the throw in the backfield. And a holding call will go against Marlington.
Yeah, very, very dangerous throw right there. I think he predetermined where he was going with that ball and lucky to just come up with a second down after that.
Penalty will, well, let's see what they decide to do. They're going to back him up to the 39, where it will be 1st and 20. Clock stopped at 2:47 in the half. Marlington scored on their first possession. This one started deep in their own territory. And they have taken it all the way to the 29, but now backed up to the 39. 4 out to the far side right, 1 to the near side. Evanich, the lone man. Back is Walder. Rush up the middle and a sack. That time they sent too many. And Mason Hanna, the sophomore, one of the sophomores, gets the sack all the way out to the 49-yard line. So now it's 2nd and 30. As the clock now at 2:28 and running. Fortunately for Marlington here, it's still 2nd down. Both to have 2 plays and also to be able to run a couple of plays to take some time off the clock here if they want to. We're down to 2:15.
Yeah, right here. I mean, look, you got to find a way to get 8 to 10 yards, get back into some. There aren't a whole lot of plays for 2nd and 30.
And as the clock continues to run down to 2 minutes, Marlington will call a timeout. I believe that's their last one of the half. We'll take it as well. And we'll go to a break with Northwest leading Marlington 17-7. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
We have 1:57 to go in the first half from Canal Fulton, Northwest High School, and the Indians leading Marlington 17-7. The Dukes got down to the Northwest 29. But a holding penalty and a sack have them back at the 49, so it is 2nd down and 30. If we might see that quarterback run here again. Like you say, not much in the playbook for 2nd and 30. They have 4 out to the right and 1 to the near side. Parker Jones by his lonesome on the near side of the field. Back to throw. And it's a throw to the near side and a catch inside the 40 to the 37, maybe the 36-yard line by Parker Jones. Clock will continue to run. It'll be 3rd down now at the 38. 7-yard line. So 3rd and 18 with 1:38 to go.
You're clearly in 4-down territory here. You're down 2 scores. At the end of the day, Northwest is not going to come out and go bombs away throwing the ball. So you don't have a lot to risk here. You got to try to get points out of this drive.
Duke's taking their time. We're at 1:20 to go in the half. Trips right, one to the near side, and they have the running back in there, Jacob Rose, to the right of the quarterback. He'll roll to the right. Still rolling, looking downfield, throws back over the middle. It's caught inside the 20 to the 15 and down to the 12-yard line. Austin Ring makes the catch, and it's first and 10. They'll spot him on the 14-yard line with 1:03 left in the half. Huge play there. And you have to appreciate the quarterback and his poise on that play.
Yeah, I mean, it's a flood concept. They hits the curl route. He settles right in, and he put it right on his numbers.
Tyler Walder in there again with a running back to his right. Trips near side, one out to the right side. First and 10 from the 14. Quick drop, quick throw far side. Catch, broken tackle. Down close to the goal line, and it's a touchdown for Marlington. 14 yards. They had 2nd and 30 at midfield, and before you know it, the Dukes are in the end zone.
And now the shoe's kind of on the other foot, right? Now Northwest defense has been on the field for a long time. You get worn out, you miss easy tackles, and here we go. Now we have a ball game.
And we have 34 seconds to go in the first half as the extra point coming from Talon Siders, who made the first one. Cole Jones is holding. Good snap, spot, kick. Hit well and right down the middle. We have a timeout on the field, 34 seconds before halftime. Our score now, Northwest 17, Marlington 14. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network. Football.
Tired of rising gas prices and the cost of vehicle maintenance? Let SARTA do the driving for you. Whether you're heading to work, school, shopping, or a doctor's appointment, SARTA offers safe, reliable, and affordable transportation throughout Stark County. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride while we handle the road. Plus, with convenient routes and easy trip planning, getting where you need to go has never been easier. Ride smart, ride SARTA. Visit SARTAonline.com and get moving today.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
34 seconds to go in the first half from Northwest. And their lead has been cut to 3 points after the impressive drive by the Marlington Dukes. They go 85 yards. And it's now 17-14 as the kickoff comes, and it is a deep kickoff. It's going to come down at the 12-yard line. Out to the 20, out to the 30, to the 34, and a late flag comes in as Sanad Abouin is brought down just as the flag is thrown. That took 5 seconds off the clock. Remember, the CSE Federal Credit Union halftime is coming up. We'll have halftime news. We'll have scores, and we'll try to get you some stats as well from this one. Pretty lopsided before that last drive. This penalty is going to go against Northwest. That'll back them up to the 19-yard line with 29 seconds left in the half.
19-yard line. First and 10.
Hudson up on Jackson now, 28-14 in the second quarter. All 4 TDs by the same player for the Explorers. Snap back. Venables takes a knee. Marlington has no timeouts left, I don't believe. Scoreboard says 1, but I think they were out. In any case, nobody's using any timeouts. The team's heading all toward the sidelines. There's still 15 seconds left on the clock. So that's a definite sign that we're going to halftime. So a very good first half of football here from Canal Fulton Northwest High School. And as the clock hits zeros, our score going to the locker room is the Northwest Indians 17, the Marlington Dukes 14. So stay tuned for the CSE Federal Credit Union halftime report. News coming your way, as well as scores and some stats from this one from the first half. So on a beautiful night for football, a well-played, crisply played first half has us in a 3-point game at halftime. Northwest leads Marlington 17-14. We'll take a break and send it back to the studios for halftime activities. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Don't fumble your next car purchase. Head to Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton. Their friendly team will coach you through every step, whether you're shopping for a new Chevrolet, a quality pre-owned vehicle, or coming in for service. At Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton, every customer is treated like the MVP. Visit Buck Chevy in Canal Fulton. Call 330-854-2216 or start your drive today at buckchevy.com.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members with a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
More football action coming up in just a few moments. Right now, it's time for your halftime news, service of CSE Federal Credit Union. A 4-year-old girl found walking alone in Canton Township is back with her parent. The Starr County Sheriff's Office says the child was found Friday morning in the 4700 block of Cleveland Avenue South. Deputies say she appeared to be nonverbal. Canton police officer David Walgamont was killed in a 2-vehicle crash November 10th, and now the driver involved will spend 44 more days in jail. 34-year-old Garth Haynes of Canton pleaded no contest Thursday in Canton Municipal Court. Judge Earl Wise sentenced Haynes to 90 days with half suspended after finding him guilty of vehicular manslaughter. Haynes also received 2 years of probation, 100 hours of community service, and a 2-year driving suspension. The crash happened on Cherry Avenue Southeast in snowy and icy conditions. 4 automated speed cameras now issuing tickets in East Canton. The cameras are on East and West Nassau Street, North Wood Street, and Lincoln Street Southeast. The traffic study found about 1,500 vehicles a day were traveling at least 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. The warning period ended July 8th, and the fine is $175. Officers review the photo and video before a ticket is mailed. 5 Nimishillen Township firefighters have been promoted to new leadership positions. Trustees approved 12-year veteran Christopher Hallis and his father, 30-year veteran David Hallis, as full-time captains at $29.05 an hour. 5-year veterans Travis Barton, Alexandria Brown, and Daniel Riggs were promoted to full-time lieutenants. The appointments are retroactive to August 22nd. Dan Flowers will step down as president and CEO of the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank December 31st after 23 years with the organization. More than 500 million pounds of food have been distributed to people facing hunger under Flowers' leadership. The food bank says Executive Vice President Katie Carver-Reed will succeed him January 1st. The board unanimously elected Reed, who's worked at the food bank for nearly 15 years. Flowers became CEO in 2003. More than 6,000 cases of cyclosporiasis have now been reported across Ohio this year. The Ohio Department of Health says 189 new cases were reported this week, a 55% drop from the week before. The outbreak peaked in late July with more than 1,400 new cases in 1 week. Residents in parts of Plain Township should expect mosquito spraying this week. The Starr County Health Department says crews will spray after 8 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday. Tuesday's area is between Mount Pleasant and Amarillo Streets. Wednesdays between Wicker and McDowell. And Thursdays between 29th and 36th Streets Northeast. Spraying could be postponed for rain, high winds, or cold temperatures. Beekeepers should take precautions to protect their hives. A new 16,000-square-foot indoor riding arena coming to Pegasus Farm in Marlboro Township. A groundbreaking ceremony was held Wednesday for the project, which will expand therapeutic equestrian programs. The new facility will serve veterans and first responders, vulnerable youth, adults with disabilities, and people facing mental health challenges. Completion expected early next year.
No spectators or fair workers were hurt after a semi crashed through a barrier at the Portage County Randolph Fair Thursday night. The incident happened around 11 during a grandstand event. Fair officials say a pro street semi broke away from the pulling sled and continued through the barrier at the end of the track. The driver was taken to a local hospital for evaluation and treatment. Newly released documents are raising questions about the decision to vent and burn tank cars following the 2023 train derailment in East Palestine. Models reportedly show the operation could expose nearly 18,000 people to harmful levels of phosgene, with more than 1,900 residents in possible death zones. By comparison, an explosion of the remaining cars was projected to place 29 people in death possible zones. The burn was ordered after one tank car's temperature increased 3 degrees, but investigators say the temperature dropped 12 degrees just before the operation and was trending downward. The NTSB later concluded there was no imminent danger requiring the vent and burn. More than 900 pages of documents also indicate the public and officials at the scene were not given the projections. A police officer will be stationed at the Knox School Building Monday when it reopens after a threat investigation. The West Branch School District closed the facility Wednesday after 3 online comments threatened violence at the building. Sebring police and the FBI searched a Sebring home and detained one person for questioning. Investigators still trying to determine who made the threats and whether criminal charges will be filed. A Masery woman will be sentenced at a later date after pleading guilty in Trumbull County Court. 37-year-old Courtney DeJulia was charged with 3 counts of child endangering. 2 others were also charged. The children's father, Mark Morrison, will have another hearing Wednesday. A grandmother, Nancy Dixon, pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor count and was sentenced to 1 year of probation. Police say a 4-year-old was walking around a neighborhood in March wearing only a diaper. Other children and a dog were found in the family's home in conditions described as deplorable. A new contract will give teachers in the Youngstown School District a 3% pay increase. The Board of Education approved the 2-year agreement with the Youngstown Education Association Tuesday. It runs through June 2028. District officials say the raises are covered by the current financial forecast for the next 3 years. Forecast shows a projected deficit in the 4th year. More high school football coming up in just a few moments. This has been your Halftime News, a service of CSE Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Rodney Newtrunder with Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio. For 3 generations, our family has had the privilege of serving families throughout our community. And because of your support, we're honored to be voted among the top 3 in the 2026 Community Choice Awards. That recognition means the world to us because it comes from our neighbors. If you're shopping for a new appliance, replacing one that's worn out, or simply looking for honest advice, we'd love to help. Stop by Home Appliance Company in Massillon, Ohio, and see why local families have trusted us for generations.
And that's the end of the first half. The score, your financial stress 50, your wallet 0, and your checking account requesting some second half adjustments.
Great teams make adjustments and come back stronger. If you're in need of a new financial partner, it's time to make a change too. At CSE Federal Credit Union, we're here to help you win with your finances. Whether you're working on paying down debt, building savings, or planning for what's ahead, our team's ready to help you make your next play. Kick off your financial future at CSE Federal Credit Union and work with a team that delivers banking that means more.
The sports stories you want to talk about, the guests you want to hear from. Get it all on The Sam Berkwin Show. Join the voice of Stark County sports weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN for your ultimate local sports fix. You can also watch the show live daily on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Don't miss The Sam Berkwin Show. Weekdays at 3 on AM 1310 WDPN.
Hey sports fans, if you love local sports as much as we do, make sure to head over to Q92radiosports.com. Think of us as your home for local sports news, from high school to college all the way to the pros. We have area scores, local weather updates, and a quick and easy way to reach out and contact us. Best of all, it's the place to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union football games all season long. The home for Q92 Sports is Q92radiosports.com.
Make sure you're following Q92 Sports on social media. We bring you the absolute best in local sports news, live play-by-play action, exclusive player and coach interviews, game day photos, and so much more. Never miss an update. Just search and follow at Q92 Sports across all your favorite platforms and subscribe today. Stay connected to the teams, the games, and the moments that matter most. Q92 Sports, your home for local sports.
Never miss a single moment of the action. Search for Q92 Radio on YouTube right now and hit that subscribe button. When you turn on alerts, you'll know the exact second we go live. It's your destination to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union sports broadcasts. Plus, you can watch The Sam Berkwin Show live weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. and catch exclusive interviews with local athletes, coaches, and insiders. Subscribe to Q92 Radio on YouTube today.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Canal Fulton Northwest High School. Clint Scroggs and Mike Kelley getting ready for the second half in just a few moments. Right now, the Northwest Indians band is out on the field and entertaining the home fans. Let's take a listen.
And Chicago, featuring one of the most recognizable hard lines in rock history, here's 25 or 6-4.
Our halftime score here from Northwest is the Indians 17 and the Marlington Dukes 14, and what's been a very entertaining and well-played first half, a crisply played first half. And we have some unofficial statistics for you, very unofficial. But according to our numbers, Northwest with 215 total yards, 177 of those on the ground, and 12 first downs, to Marlington's 100 total yards, 51 passing, 49 rushing, and 6 first downs. As we say, unofficial in that first half. Tyler Walder, the quarterback for Marlington, 6 of 10 for 51 yards and a touchdown. Braden Venables for Northwest, 1 of 1, 38 yards. Rushing in the first half, Jacob Garber, 13 carries, 113 yards and a touchdown. For Northwest, Connor Stevenson, 9 for 52. Walter, 2 for 32 for Marlington. Jacob Rose, 2 for 23. And that's all I'm going to give you because we don't trust the other ones. I'm not quite sure about those. In any case, the Indians got the ball first, drove down the field and scored a touchdown. They go up 7-0. Then it was Marlington getting a great kickoff return. And from a short field, were able to punch it in and tie the score at 7. Northwest drives back down the other way and goes ahead with a field goal. They stop Marlington on downs and get a touchdown and go up 17-7. The Dukes then got the ball on their own 15-yard line after a penalty. Were able to drive the distance and score. They had a 2nd and 30 on the Northwest 49-yard line after a holding penalty and a sack, but were able to chip away at that and end up getting into the end zone right before halftime to make this a 3-point game. Very interesting game in the first half, and I'll bring in Mike Kelley here. And we were talking about it at halftime, the fact that Northwest dominated physically in the first 2/3 of the first half, but Marlington were able to find something that not only got the points, but was also able to keep their offense off the field and Northwest's offense on the bench.
Yeah, I think the contrasting styles tonight offensively are wild, right? Northwest is a steady dose of Garber and Stevenson. They are happy to drain clock, run the ball, rely on this young offensive line, allow them to block straight forward. Marlington wants to spread you out. And it hasn't been Evanich, as many would have expected tonight, that's beat them. It's been a great combination of guys picking each other up. Oddly, I don't think we say this often, but I think both coaches are probably okay with the way this first half played out.
They'll have to find something in the Northwest locker room. They went to blitzes there at the end of the first half to try to shut down that 5-wide offense that Marlington suddenly ended up in there late in the second quarter. They were able to move the ball. There was some open space around the field when Northwest rushed. The quarterback was able to get out of harm's way and at least get across the line of scrimmage. Did make one big running play, and maybe it didn't seem like it was going to be that hard work at halftime for the Northwest defensive coaches, but now it looks like it will be.
I think defensively, if you're Northwest, you have to continue to be aggressive. You have to show different secondary fronts. You have to be able to bring blitzes, because Walter has shown if you let him stand back there, he's very accurate with the ball.
Let's take a look at some of the other scores from around the area. Talmadge has a 20-7 lead on, Green up 20-7 on Talmadge late in the second quarter. Massillon up 28-7 on Glen Oak. Worcester leads Alliance 20-18. That was a slow starter, but the teams have picked it up there. That one late in the second quarter. At halftime, it is Lake 13 and Boardman nothing. McDonald leads Malvern 33-8 late in the second quarter. Hudson up on Jackson 35-20 late in the second quarter in that one. Manchester trailing Streetsboro by a score of 14-7. Medina leads Hoover by a score of 7-6. Strasburg over Tuscarawas Catholic Central at halftime, 21-0. Salem 14, Canfield 7. Toronto 19, Newcomerstown 14. West Branch and New Philadelphia tied at 7 at halftime. Indian Valley 28, Buchtel 0. And Fairless leading Wingdale in the second quarter, 28-6. It's Perry 27, St. Vincent St. Mary 0. McKinley and St. Edward tied at 8 at halftime. Next week, our games here on the Q92 Sports Network will be Wadsworth at Jackson, Streetsboro at Alliance, Northwest at Central Catholic, Sandy Valley at Minerva, Garfield Heights at Hoover, Akron East at Canton South, and Harding versus Perry. That's all next Friday. And then Saturday, Sam Berkwin, Brian Beatty, and Ryan Bevere will have the game between Cleveland Heights and Glen Oak. That will be at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium next Saturday night on the Q92 Radio Sports Network. And be reminded that you can listen to the Sam Berkwin Show live daily from 3 to 6 on AM 1310 WDPN and live at the WDPN Facebook and X pages, as well as at the Q92 YouTube channel. Listen all week next week to Q92 to win tickets to the Truck and Tractor Polls and the Derby Dog Demolition Derby at the Stark County Fair coming up starting next week. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll get ready for the second half here from Northwest, where the Indians lead Marlington at the break 17-14. You're listening to high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Radio Sports Network.
Don't fumble your next car purchase. Head to Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton. Their friendly team will coach you through every step, whether you're shopping for a new Chevrolet, a quality pre-owned vehicle, or coming in for service. At Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton, every customer is treated like the MVP. Visit Buck Chevy in Canal Fulton. Call 330-854-2216 or start your drive today at buckchevy.com.
Hey, sports fans, if you love local sports as much as we do, make sure to head over to Q92radiosports.com. Think of us as your home for local sports news, from high school to college all the way to the pros. We have area scores, local weather updates, and a quick and easy way to reach out and contact us. Best of all, it's the place to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union football games all season long. The home for Q92 Sports is Q92radiosports.com.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Back at Northwest, the teams are back out on the field getting warmed up for the second half here on the Q92 Sports Network. You've been listening to the CSE Federal Credit Union halftime. And on the start of scoreboard, it is Northwest 17 and Marlington 14. And you talked about maybe both the coaches being okay with what happened in the first half. Do you see any big changes in the second half? It looked like everybody was doing what they wanted to, at least offensively, in that first half as it wound down.
Yeah, I think if you're Marlington on the defensive side of the ball, you have to get out of this standard 3-4 formation. You need to bring the box, bring more into the box, bring 8-9 guys in the box, because they've made it very clear we are going to run the ball down your throat. On the Northwest side, I don't know. I mean, it's a tough call. If you can hold this lead, you're okay with these short dink and dunk completions and the clock continues to roll.
Marlington will get the ball to start the second half. So they'll see if they can keep that offensive momentum they had on the last possession of the first half when they went 85 yards in a whole bunch of plays to get down the field, including overcoming a 2nd and 30 after a holding penalty and a sack. and also converting 3rd and 10 on their own half of the field and converting a 3rd down inside their 25 on the first series of downs. Their quarterback, Tyler Walder, that's Walder. He's a sophomore, and we talked about him sliding. It looked like the coaches had been telling him to slide. We need you out there. We can't afford losing you to get an extra yard on a play. So he's been sliding early. He did take one good shot there in the first half, but he's looked good tonight as far as just his decisions and his poise.
Yeah, when he's given time, he's stepped into throws. He's found the windows. He's done a nice job back there, and it makes the sliding a little more tolerable to watch.
Now we understand. Kickoff coming from Colin Harris for Northwest. He's a sophomore, one of many on this Northwest team. He runs up and hits it. Good kick coming down at the 10-yard line. That's Jacob Rose, going to come to the near sideline. 25, cuts back and gets dropped at about the 27. Northwest tacklers, Landon Koger and Zane Reese. So a 1st and 10 for Marlington on their 27-yard line. They'll work from our left to our right there in the all-white uniforms tonight with the orange and black. Northwest in the red jerseys and the white pants and the silver helmets with the red face mask. See what formation they come out in here, as they will have the running back on the field to start things. Jacob Rose will line up to the right of his quarterback. They'll have a wing to the near side right. 2 receivers right, 1 out to the far side. This is basically how they started the game. And on 1st down, Rose up the middle, slips a tackle, hit from behind and brought down at the 33-yard line. Up to the 33, so that's about 5 on the play. And having done what they did in the first half, might open things up in the middle now for the Dukes.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. You come out, we're not going to go back to 5 wide, no backs in the game. What can we do? Can we get back to our game plan that we had pregame and have some success there? Good place to start.
2 out to the left, tight end to the left side, and another one to the right. 1 back. Quick throw, far side, caught. That's Evidich to the 40, spinning and twisting and taking it to the 42, 43-yard line. Cam Evidich on the catch to the 42, and that is a Marlington 1st down. So the Dukes move the chains on their first series. And Northwest, see what they can do defensively against a suddenly clicking Marlington offense, and a very confident one. Rose, the running back, gets the handoff up the middle, has room across the 45 to the 50, and he's close to another 1st down, and he finally is bulldogged down to the ground about the 49. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup for Jacob Rose, another sophomore. And the ball just over the 50 on the Northwest 49. We're a minute and a half into this 3rd quarter. Marlington trailing by 3, but off to a good start here in the 3rd quarter on the first possession. 2nd and 1. Every offensive coach's dream. Same formation, 2 to the right, 2 tight ends, and they'll run it up the middle. Rose again, got to the yard to gain. And beyond, he lost the football, and Northwest came out with it, but the officials saying that his progress was stopped, and it was stopped after a 1st down. Spotted on the 47-yard line. So he picked up a couple as he was being thrown back. The ball came out, and it was nothing but red shirts there, but the officials blowing it dead. And a great start here for the Dukes.
Very methodical by Coach Cardinal to come out. I think he learned something from Coach DeMarco, right? Run a little time off that play clock. If you can put your team in 2nd and short, it really opens up the playbook.
We are 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Marlington down 3, 1st and 10 on the Northwest 47, and the Indians jump offside. Looked like they were going to get some pressure from the outside from Logan Turbovich, but he jumped into the neutral zone, and that'll be a free 5 for the Dukes. Northwest offense has not had the ball for 45 minutes of real time, maybe. That long drive at the end of the halftime, and now this drive to start the third quarter for Marlington. Evanich splits wider to the right, one out to the left. Two tight ends, one back. Here comes Jones in motion. And a handoff up the middle, big hole, 40, 35. It's Rhodes with another Marlington first down to the 34-yard line. Golke and Turbovich combine on the tackle, but Marlington move the chains once again. They're on the Northwest 35. We are at 8:53. Clock running, third quarter. Indians, now you could say, clinging to a 3-point lead. Dukes get the play from the far sideline. And Jones and Evidence will come to the near side. It's being signaled in. They have 10 on the play clock. They're just now getting to the line of scrimmage. Going to have to hurry. 5. Man in motion. And they got it snapped with 1 second. Up the middle, it's Rose. And it's a 1-yard gain. You see all that, and then you see that it's a run up the middle. You kind of wonder why it took so long to get that play in.
You know, you wonder if there might have been some disagreement within the coaching staff on what we do there on first down. So you look at the play clock, you get to the line of scrimmage, you take your short gain, and you move on to second down.
It is a 1-yard pickup as Norton now with a 42-21 lead on Jackson. Here, Marlington has taken the first 4 minutes off the third quarter clock. They trail by 3. They have a 2nd and 9 on the Northwest 34. Man rolling to the near side, still rolling, and he throws it out of bounds. Tyler Walder, the quarterback, a couple of times he's had to do that. The rollouts have not really been successful, but for the one where he threw back over the middle of the field, but they have him covered on the sidelines, and he's just had to throw it away. So 3rd and 9 here for the Dukes. On the Northwest 34, they'll get in an extra DB. And a lineman will come out.
I'll tell you when I get a chance.
Lucas Lance comes to the near side. Here comes another lineman out. And Landon Koger in there. So extra defensive backs on the field for Northwest. So they look to the far side for the play with 5, with 4, with 3, and they're going to have to call a timeout. So we'll take the break with 7:43 left in the third. Northwest 17, Marlington 14. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network. Did you see something there defensively?
Northeast
Or?
Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
7:43 to go in the third quarter. Northwest leading Marlington 17-14. Marlington with a 3rd and 9 on the Northwest 34-yard line. They'll bring trips to the near side. One out to the left and a wing right side. Empty backfield for Tyler Walder. He'll sprint to the near side again. Throwing downfield, deflected, but caught at the 22-yard line. Brought in by Cole Jones. Didn't see who got a hand on that one. But Jones took the deflection and got the first down to the 22.
Right place, right time. Excellent concentration to be able to make that catch despite the deflection.
So Marlington has taken 4.5 minutes off the third quarter clock on their first possession. They trail by 3. But they've gone from inside their 30 to the Northwest 22. It's time 3 to the near side, 2 out to the left. Back to throw. Oh, they barely got the play off. Rush coming. Quarterback eludes it. Still rolling. Throwing for the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Marlington. Parker Jones makes the catch on a terrific play by Tyler Walder to elude the rush, run right up to the line of scrimmage before making that throw.
Unbelievable awareness for a sophomore quarterback. On the run, avoids 2 potential sacks, and puts it right on the money. Finds a receiver on the run, right at the line of scrimmage. Excellent execution.
Extra point coming. Talon Siders puts the foot to it, and it's up, and it's good. 6:55 to go in the third quarter. Our score now, Marlington 21, Northwest 17. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
The Homestead of Hartville Assisted Living is about more than care. It's about living well. Residents enjoy personalized support, meaningful connections, and a community that feels like family. Rooms are available now. Schedule a tour today by calling 330-877-7700 or visit gentlebrook.org. The Homestead of Hartville, where life is enriched every day.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Well, that was an impressive drive by the Marlington Dukes to start this third quarter. They took the kickoff and drove it the length of the field. And converted on a touchdown. A pass from Tyler Walder to Cole Jones. And Marlington, with the extra point, has taken the lead. They were down 17-7, but they've scored 2 consecutive touchdowns. And Northwest going to get the ball here for the first time in a long time. Kickoff coming from Siders, and he sends it downfield. Taken at the 10 by Abdeline. Up the middle, 20, 30, spins out and got tripped up from behind at the 36-yard line. Saving tackle there by Keegan Keller, a junior for Marlington. It looked like he was going to be able to spin out of there and get the legs moving, but he got caught from behind. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for Northwest. Don't expect anything big different here.
I hope we see something different here, right? If you're Coach Cardinal, you need to make adjustments defensively, or they will continue to run clock and continue to run the ball right down your throat.
Same formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the near side. A back on either side of the quarterback. And Venables hands off up the middle. Connor Stevenson gets about 2 yards to the 37-yard line. 2nd and 8. 6.5 to go in the third period. Stevenson had unofficially 52 yards in the first half. Garber 113. Back on either side of the quarterback. And it's a keeper around the end. Venables 40. Tripped up close to a first down. I think they're going to give him the first down to the 45-yard line. So that'll be an 8-yard pickup, and the Indians pick up the first down and move the chains as they have the ball for the first time in the second half, now trailing 21-17. Again with the 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side, low snap, handoff up the middle, and it is Garber to midfield, burrowing his way through, and they'll give him the Marlington 49. Have you seen anything different here from Marlington?
They are walking an outside linebacker down to get him closer to the line of scrimmage. The risk is what we see on that last scramble from Venables. Because of him crashing, he's able to pull that and read the end and take off.
Braden Venables, senior quarterback. Calling signals, hands it off. Coming to the near side, it is Garber bouncing off tacklers and dragging people to the 46. That'll leave him about a yard short of the first down. 3rd and 1. 4:45 left in the third. Marlington up 21-17. Northwest on the march. The 3rd and 1 on the Marlington 46. Same formation. Pistol, 2 backs. This time it's Stevenson, hit in the backfield, but he's able to struggle ahead and get inside the 45 for a first down. They'll mark him on the 43-yard line. So even when you've got it kind of stymied and you have people there, you still have to make the tackle.
Stevenson and Garber both run downhill very, very hard. If you're Marlington, you have to get more bodies to the football. It's not going to be often you're going to get there with one.
West Cole goes out, replaced by another lineman, and here's Venables taking a low snap and getting away. He's running to the 40, 35, breaks another tackle and out of bounds. Inside the 25 at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 21 on the play by Venables. I don't know if he was supposed to keep it or if it was because of the low snap, but he showed some quickness and also ran through a couple of tackles.
Sometimes there are advantages to being 5'8" and 155 pounds. The low snap, he kind of hides behind a lot of the guys in front of him and was able to sneak through there. An aggressive run, broke a tackle.
1st and 10 on the Marlington 22. Venables fakes the handoff, running near side. Nobody around for Marlington. Venables to the 5 and down to the 2-yard line. Evanich with a tackle to save a touchdown. They'll mark him on the 1. It's 21 more yards for Venables, who had nothing rushing in the first half. He's got to be around 50 already on this drive. And a 1st and goal here for Northwest, looking to retake the lead. So we're under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2 out to the right, 1 near side, 2 backs. It's a handoff up the middle. Garber. I don't think he made it. Nope, he did not. He got 2 of the 3 feet that he needed. Just inches away from the goal line as the interior of the Marlington defense holds up. One of the Marlington linemen tapping his helmet to try and get out of the game, but he's stuck for now. It'll be 2nd and goal. Up the middle, Stevenson for the touchdown. And Northwest retake the lead. No panic there in the Northwest offense. They just did the job and did it just like they had in the first half.
And Venables is acting like a senior quarterback. Marlington has decided to walk down an outside linebacker. If he crashes, he's reading that end, pulling the ball and bouncing it. We saw it 3 times on that possession with a high level of success.
Noah Cooper for the extra point for Northwest. Ball down. Kick is no good. I don't know if somebody got a hand on that or not. Evidence was coming in from the side, and in any case, the kick is no good. Timeout on the field, 3:03 to go in the third. Northwest 23, Marlington 21. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Don't fumble your next car purchase. Head to Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton. Their friendly team will coach you through every step, whether you're shopping for a new Chevrolet, a quality pre-owned vehicle, or coming in for service. At Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton, every customer is treated like the MVP. Visit Buck Chevy in Canal Fulton. Call 330-854-2216 or start your drive today at buckchevy.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
On the Sardis scoreboard, early third quarter, Worcester leads Alliance 21-20. That game being played at Mount Union Stadium, and you can hear it on the Q92 Sports Network. Christian Bigglesworth there with the call. Here it is 23-21 for Northwest. As Colin Harris kicks it off. High kick coming down inside the 15. Returner Jones out to the 20, out to the 30, and out to the 35-yard line, where he is brought down by Northwest Logan Turbovich. So the Dukes will then very successful. They've scored on their last 2 possessions in 3 of their 4 in the game tonight. Now trail at 23-21, but they'll start on their 35-yard line. Certainly with a lot of confidence on the offensive side. Cole Jones will stay out near the Marlington bench on the far side of the field as a wideout. Evanich split near side. Tight end right, wing left. Tyler Walder hands it to Evanich on the sweep, trying to get around the left end. 35, turns it up 40 and out to the 44-yard line. So Evanich, who has been reasonably quiet tonight, picks up about 8 there to the 43-yard line. So 2nd and 2. And we'll see if they get a little more imaginative here to try to get the ball in the hands of their playmaker a little bit more often. Split out to the left, trips near side for Marlington. Rose to the left of his quarterback. Evanich in motion toward the ball. Quick throw far side. Leaping catch and a first down. At the 48, 49-yard line. Catch by Austin Ring. Had a touchdown earlier. They'll spot it on the 48, and it is a Marlington first down with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Reminder, we'll have a home appliance player of the game. Home Appliance Company sponsoring a player of the game this season. That comes up during our post-game show. And right now, we've got about 10 different candidates. Man in motion left. That's Gill. And it's a give up the middle to Rose. And he's to the 50, and he's grabbed and thrown backwards. I think that was Stevenson, who had a good night on offense and makes a great play there.
Yeah, Rose is having some success on the ground, but I'd like to see him protect the ball a little bit more. That's a few times as he hits the ground, we see that ball pop out. He's got to be very careful.
2nd and 8, ball right on the 50. 3 out to the left. 2 out to the left for Marlington. As Gill shifts to the near side along with Evanich. Rose to the right of his quarterback. Back to throw. Sets up. Now scrambles out to his left. Stops, pumps, and goes out of bounds near the line of scrimmage. He might have lost some yardage there back to the original line of scrimmage. And it will be 3rd and 10 here for Marlington on their 48-yard line. 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. This time they will send 3 out to the left. Walder looking to the far side for the play. 12 on the play clock. Get to the line of scrimmage with 10. Trips far side, 1 to the near side. 1 back. Evanich in motion toward the ball and flags. I think Evanich might have been going toward the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, clearly got a little bit of a head start there in that motion.
Actually, a little bit of a lazy play right there. He didn't. It seemed to me he was just not really paying that much attention to the details there. They back him up to the 43-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 15.
It'll be curious to see, especially in this case, as Walter stood back there and completed the ball. Will Coach DeMarco bring some pressure here? Not let him have that time in the pocket.
Same formation. Trips to the left. 1 to the near side. 1 back. Now Jones comes in motion. Back to throw. Looks deep. Now he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. Walder is down on the 39-yard line. They'll lose 4 more, and it'll be 4th and long here for the Dukes. Stevenson and Turbovich given credit for the sack. Only had 1 punt tonight from Marlington. Maybe the only punt of the game for either side, actually. And Walder, the quarterback, will punt it away. The other quarterback Braden Venables is back to receive. Kick is away. Line drive. Venables takes it on the 27. Up the middle. 35, 40. And down around the 40-yard line. And the clock stops with 1 second to go. And it went to 0. Let's see what the call will be. Looks like that's the end of the third quarter. All right, after 3, we're thinking it is 23-21 for Northwest. We'll come back with the fourth quarter from Canal Fulton. After a timeout, you're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
The classes to piggyback on this wonderful
Fourth quarter getting ready to start from Northwest. The Indians lead Marlington 23-21. They scored a touchdown on their last possession, and they have the ball here first and 10 on their 40-yard line. Now working left to right. And the handoff goes nowhere. That'll be a loss of a yard on the play for Garber. So it'll be 2nd and 11. We've had some no gains maybe. That might be the first negative play tonight.
Venables missed one there. The defensive end crashed. He should have pulled that ball, and I think he decided pre-snap he was going to hand that one off.
2nd and 11. 2 out to the far side, 1 to the near side right. And a handoff. Up the middle it goes. They stuff it, but then the running back bounces off. I think that's Stevenson taking it to the 43, which will bring up for Northwest a 3rd down and 7 just underway in this fourth quarter. On a perfect night for football. And a nice crowd on hand, seeing a very good game. Back on either side of the quarterback. Again, 3 receivers. And Venables, play action. Wants to throw it over the middle. It's caught. Near side, Stevenson, 50, 40, and down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. 24 yards on the short pass and long run by Connor Stevenson. The senior is having a big night.
Marlington gambled a little bit there, right? They walked some guys up there. They're tired of getting abused on the ground. And when you do that, right, you're a little thin in the secondary. He was able to leak one out and make an athletic play.
So 1st and 10 for Northwest. They have it on the Marlington 33. They led 17-7 in the first half. Marlington came back to go ahead 21-17, but Northwest looking for their 2nd straight score. Venables keeps again. He's in the secondary. Coming near side, and he scores. 33 yards. He's not big, but he's got the quicks. And it's been a totally different offense here in the second half for Northwest just because of that added factor of the quarterback being able to run. And they've really taken advantage.
It's thunder and lightning, right? I mean, all night it has been just downhill, 3 yards, 4 yards, 8 yards. Venables starting to pull that, get the edge, and he's fast. He's quick.
Interesting to know if that was designed to keep that for later in the game or if it was just decided that we need to do something differently. It's going to be a 2-point conversion. Rollout. Pass is batted down. Evanich came up to knock that pass down. It was the quarterback, Venables, who was the holder, rolled out to try to throw for 2, and it's no good. So with 10-12 to go, Northwest 29, Marlington 21. Take a timeout. You're listening to High School Football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Northwest ready to kick off. They've scored on 2 consecutive possessions, but they missed a kick for extra point, and then they had the 2-point conversion stopped, and so even with the 2 straight scores, they lead only by 8. Still a 1-score game with 10-12 to go. And Colin Harris to kick it off for Northwest. He hits a line drive, bouncing down the field, taken by Jones on the 15, 20, far side, 29, maybe the 30-yard line. Gang tackled by Northwest over there. One of those coming out is Dwayne Zanto. It's part of the tackle. So 10:07 to go, and Marlington now in a must-score situation, or at least must-drive situation.
Not the smoothest PAT attempts for Northwest tonight, but that was clearly a design. He spun out right away. There were 2 men on the route. It's a heck of a play for Evanich to get in there and get his hands up and keep this a 1-score game.
We'll see if that comes into play later on as the Dukes take the field offensively. Tyler Walder, the sophomore quarterback, will bring 4 receivers to the near side, 1 out to the right. This is what we saw them doing in the last 6 or 7 minutes of the second quarter. Here's the near side pass. It's caught. That is Gill, I believe, out to the 35. Connor Gill, junior tight end, makes the catch for a 7-yard gain to the 36-yard line. I thought he had overthrown the inside man, but it was another receiver that was intended for that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was the intended receiver, truthfully, but he made a heck of a play to get some positive yards on first down.
It's time the 4 receivers go out to the far side, right? 1 to the near side. That's Evanich. Ball on the near hash mark. Low snap. Walder back. Rushed up the middle. Rolling to the right. Being chased. Still rolling. Flag down. And throw out of bounds. It's suspicious of a hold. The offensive lineman in the area is 58, Jaden Henson, a senior. He was trying to deal with the rush man, who was Val Boyette for Northwest, and the flag thrown right at the 2 of them, and it will be a hold here against Marlington. So they go from 2nd and 3 to now 2nd and we'll see where they spot it, around 13.
Yeah, that's a tough penalty to take there. Your quarterback is 35 yards across the field rolling away from you, but you can't tackle a guy. Turns out that's holding every time, and the ref has to call it.
They will back it up to the 26-yard line. So it will be 2nd down and 13. 9:21 to go in the 4th. Marlington trailing by 8 with a 2nd and long. Back to throw. He's in trouble again, and he's going to go down. And again, it's that man, Connor Stevenson, who pulls down the quarterback, and a late flag after that one. Northwest players are clapping. Official pushing some of them away. So now let's see what this is going to be. Personal foul against Marlington. Tight game like this, they can't afford anything like that, and the Dukes are going backwards. They had a 2nd and 3 on the 36. We've seen this before. They've had success in this situation before, but I wouldn't recommend it as a strategy. Let's see where they're going to put the ball here.
Yeah, I mean, you follow a holding penalty up. It's clearly frustration, right? But you have to keep your head there. You cannot have a penalty like that. Now you put your team in an extremely difficult position. Like you said, Clint, they've overcome this before, but twice in the same night, awfully tall task.
Ball sitting on the 13-yard line. Let's see what the call is. I haven't seen a signal. They're talking to John DeMarco on the near side of the field to see what he wants to do. We have 9:10 left in the fourth quarter. Northwest up 29-21. The penalty against the Dukes is refused. So now it will be third down. They're back on the 13, and now it's third down and 26, and Marlington calls time. So we'll take a break with 9:10 to go. 29-21 for Northwest. You're listening to high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
At the Homestead of Hartville, assisted living is about more than care. It's about living well. Residents enjoy personalized support, meaningful connections, and a community that feels like family. Rooms are available now. Schedule a tour today by calling 330-877-7700 or visit gentlebrook.org. The Homestead of Hartville, where life is enriched every day.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
You're not gonna.
I couldn't tell which way you called it. You had to call
We have 9:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Clint Scroggs and Mike Kelley from Northwest.
A dead ball foul would have been automatically back.
And the Indians with a 29-21 lead on Marlington, and the Dukes in a bad way right now. They have it on their own 13-yard line, and it's 3rd and 26. They converted a 2nd and 30 in the second quarter.
No. Red tent.
Third down and 26.
Red tent. Red tent in the end zone.
They have 4 out to the right, 1 to the near side. 3-man rush, throw near side. It is incomplete on the 30-yard line. Wow, that was close to being an early hit by the defensive back. The pass intended for Jones, and it looked like the DB may have gotten there a beat too soon, and the ball hit the turf.
Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, it's you're in a very tough spot there. The insult to injury is you burn a timeout to not even gain 10, 15 yards back. So now you're punting from deep in your own territory. The defense is going to have to show up.
That would have, with a completion, it still would have been short of a first down by about 5 or 6 yards. So now Walder will punt. He'll hit it from around his 6-yard line. Return man back near midfield. No rush this time. Low wobbly kick. Gets a bounce. And going to have to let it go. Venable steps back and watches it come to a stop on its own. Football on the Northwest 49-yard line. So 38 on the punt, no return, but great field position here for the Indians, who've scored in their last 2 possessions. They're only 2 of the second half, and they lead at 29-21 with 8:55 to go in the fourth quarter. And looking to put a hammerlock on this one. They'll send Lipkins and Griffin out far side left as 2 officials are having a discussion here on the near side. Well, we were moving along pretty quickly until now. Let's see what we have. Not sure what the holdup was, but looks like everybody's satisfied now. And it will be 1st and 10 for Northwest on their 49-yard line. Back on either side of Venables. On first down, handoff up the middle, and Stevenson, he's driving. He keeps the legs moving, and he gets to the 46. So a 5-yard pickup. He was hit after maybe a yard or so. And still ends up picking up 5. 26-21, Worcester over Alliance now. That one's been a close game, just like this one. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. On 2nd and 5. Handoff, Garber, lots of room to run. 40, first down. And into about the 38-yard line. 8 more yards for Jacob Garber. who's up close to 125 yards in the game.
Marlington 38-yard line.
Clock running as we move under 8 minutes to go. Northwest leads 29-21. And the ball dropped in the backfield, but picked up, and the handoff to Stevenson. And he'll go ahead for a couple of yards. Unofficially, Northwest with 340 yards of offense to 180 for Marlington. And the Indians here trying to control this last 7.5 minutes with an 8-point lead. And I don't know if we've seen any formations other than the one we're seeing right now.
This young offensive line has been impressive all night, fundamentally sound. We have not seen holding flags. We've not seen false starts. That's really promising for this Northwest squad moving forward, even beyond tonight.
Again, with the two backs, they'll hand it off up the middle. Garber scoots through. He's to the 25 and stretching forward to the 24-yard line. Jacob Garber, 6 feet, 211 senior. Connor Stevenson, 6'1", 201. And a senior. And they have controlled things tonight for Northwest as we move under 7 minutes to go. And the Indians with the first and 10 on the Marlington 24. They lead it 29-21. 2 to the left, 1 to the near side. Snap back to Venable. This time he's going to keep. Runs left. 20, 15, up the middle, 10, 5, and he's still working, and he gets inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. They were trying to steal the ball away and didn't make the tackle, and he was able to get a couple of extra yards, and what a wrinkle that has been in the second half.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, an unbelievable wrinkle. That's been the difference in this second half. Venables has made everything different in the second half for the Indians offense.
First and goal on the 2 for the Indians. Trying to put this one away. It's a handoff. Running left. Garber is in for the touchdown. Fifth rushing touchdown of the night for Northwest. And they stretch the lead out now to 14 points. And they'll send the kicker out there, Noah Cooper, to try to add one more. They've been unsuccessful on their last 2-point-after attempts, 1 kick and 1 2-point conversion attempt. But Cooper, I imagine, will just try to bang this one through. Venables holding. Good snap and hold. Kick on the way. It is good. Timeout on the field. 6:05 to go in the fourth. Northwest 36, Marlington 21. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Don't fumble your next car purchase. Head to Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton. Their friendly team will coach you through every step, whether you're shopping for a new Chevrolet, a quality pre-owned vehicle, or coming in for service. At Buck Chevrolet in Canal Fulton, every customer is treated like the MVP. Visit Buck Chevy in Canal Fulton. Call 330-854-2216 or start your drive today at buckchevy.com.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Up now 36-21. 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. On the Sardis scoreboard, Massillon leads Glen Oak 47-7. Lions 26, Worcester 21, Green 28, and Talmadge 7. And Northwest has just been unstoppable on the ground here this evening. Lions now up on Worcester 32-20. It's the kickoff is a line drive, going to hit inside the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So perfectly placed kick by Colin Harris. And 1st and 10 for Marlington on their 20. And we might see a steady dose of the 5 wide here.
You're going to see that tempo that we saw, and they had success with it in the first half. The problem they have now is they got to work fast. They have 1 timeout left, and again, they have to be able to get a stop defensively. So a lot of work ahead of them. It's not over, but if you're Northwest, get a stop here, and it's curtains.
Marlington offense comes onto the field. They start on their 20. They come with 4 wide to the near side, 1 out to the right. Evanich, the lone man on the far side of the field. And back to throw. Looks near side, looking deep, looking right, running around, now throwing far side. Evanich has it out across the 30, and he steps out of bounds on the 30. Well, they mark him right at the 30. It'll still be a first down as they get exactly 10 yards on the play. And again, Tyler Walder just showing a lot of poise and a lot of composure there, looking at about 5 different receivers before he found the one he wanted. Whistles. And what? Clock stopped at 5:56. No idea. Oh, they didn't move the chains. Okay. It was exactly a 10-yard gain. So 1st and 10 on the 30 for Marlington. Snap back. Walder steps up. Now he's going to run out to the right, throws on the run, and he threw it to Evanich, who was about 3 yards away, and he threw it too hard and threw his hands incomplete. Clock stops with 5:50 to go. And also at this point, Northwest knows it's going to be pass on every down, if not virtually every down.
And in the secondary, they're being much more disciplined in this second half. You know, a lot of the pressures that we're seeing is with 3-4 guys coming. It's just good coverage down the field, and Walter doesn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
2nd and 10. Here comes a rush up the middle. It's picked up. Throw over the middle. It is caught 45, 47-yard line. Caught by Parker Jones. Jones, a freshman. He made a catch in the first half. And the first down catch moves it to the 47. Clock running. 5:35 to go in this one. Marlington trailing by 15 points. Flag down. Throw near side. Incomplete. Intended for Austin Ring. The flag coming as the ball was snapped. Didn't see what that one might be, as a Marlington player is slow to get up. It's one of the offensive linemen, I believe. So we have a timeout for an injury with 5:27 to go. And reminder, we'll have our home appliance company player of the game at the end of this one. Perry up on St. Vincent St. Mary, 41-0. McDonald 33, Malvern 8. Lake 27, 27, Boardman nothing. Green 28, Talmadge 7. Hudson 42, Jackson 21. That score was changing every few seconds seemingly earlier, but it's slowed down since then.
It just takes more time off the clock.
West Branch leading New Philadelphia 21-7. Damian Jones on his feet now for Marlington, sophomore lineman. He'll have to go out for at least one play. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Marlington from their 47-yard line. Now, for the sake of being completely transparent here, Mike Kelley was a star on the Marlington football team back in the day. Tell us about, after this play, the years you played, what position, who your coach was, and all of that. Can't wait to hear. 2nd and 10, trips right, 2 to the near side. Back to throw. Slant caught by Evanich down on the 45 of Northwest. That's going to be an 8-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 2. And you're on.
Yeah, Star's a little bit of a stretch, but my last season was 2003 back in the old NBC, and I got to admit, I don't have the fondest memories in this building. But yeah, fun to cover the Dukes.
3rd and 2 as the quarterback running and eludes enough tacklers to get downfield for a first down to the 37. And if the folks at home didn't know before, this never would have told them. You were not a homer for Marlington tonight. You've done a great job of keeping your allegiance in check. And I know rooting on the inside, but professional on the outside. Here's the deep throw down the middle. It is incomplete down at the 15-yard line, and a late flag comes in. First interference call we've seen tonight. Cole Jones, the intended receiver. And I don't know, I didn't see a whole lot there.
You're probably expecting me to say definitely interference, but no, honestly, it was great coverage downfield. He was there. I mean, it's a bang-bang play.
So Marlington will get we're assuming now, haven't seen a signal, but Marlington should get the 15 yards from the 37 down to the 22-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dukes on the 22 with 4:35 to go. So Marlington still putting up a fight. Again, they'll come with the 2 to the near side, trips out to the right, empty backfield. With Tyler Walder setting up, throwing middle, caught on the slant. Evidence with another flag coming in. Evidence down on the 13-yard line. Close to a first down, a little bit short. Now let's see what the flag will be about. So we've had more flags and other stuff here in the fourth quarter than the first 3 combined, I think. It is a face mask call on Northwest. So that'll give Marlington another first down by penalty. And it will move the ball to about the 7-yard line. Put it down to the 7 with 4:28 to go. Marlington down 36-21 with a 1st and goal on the 7. This time 4 receivers. They have the running back in there, Rose. Back to throw, and it's another slant. This one off the hands of the receiver and incomplete. Throw hit him right in the hands, but he was not able to hold on. It was Austin Ring down about the 2-yard line. I don't know if he would have scored, but it would have been a decent gain. So the Dukes will have another 2nd and goal from the 7. Walder with it back to his right. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the near side. Rolling right side. Walder looking in the end zone, and he throws it to the back of the end zone and incomplete. There were 2 receivers and 2 defenders back there. Ring and Jones were both there. And all 5'7" of him. Braden Venables back there in coverage for Northwest. So it'll be 3rd and goal now on the 7. I don't know if you could surprise them here with the run. Looks like they took the quarterback out. So I'm not sure what this is about unless Evidence is going to be in there in a Wildcat situation. And he will. We'll have Rose to his right, and now Northwest calls timeout. So 4:08 to go. We'll take a break. It's 36-21 for Northwest. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members. With a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
4:08 to go from Northwest. The Indians lead Marlington 36-21. Marlington with a 3rd and goal on the 7. Mount Union football at AM 1310. WDPN begins September 5th at 1 o'clock with a Division III barn burner. Purple Raiders taking on Wheaton. Catch Mount Union all season long with AM 1310, WDPN, and the Facebook and X pages for AM 1310. 3rd and goal for Marlington from the 7 with Evanich in at Wildcat. He's going to run it straight up the middle. He gets to the 5, and that's going to do it. So it'll be 4th and goal now on the 5, and an injured player for Marlington. I believe that's the big lineman, Joel West Cole, who's down. So another stoppage here with 3:55 to go. Also a reminder, the Q92 Sports Network bringing you Walsh University football this season, brought to you by Beery Cheese. Listen to Cavalier football all season long on the Q92 Sports Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. Coverage began last night. Walsh beating West Liberty in their opener. And don't forget to listen to Q92 all next week to win tickets to the Truck and Tractor Polls and the Derby Dog Demolition Derby at the Stark County Fair. Joel West Cole up and walking off to the far side. So it'll be 4th and goal for Marlington on the 5 with 3:55 to go. They trail by 15, and so they tried to go with power with Evanich. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, look, when you run a spread concept like this and the field shrinks and you're in the red zone, if it doesn't hit quick, it gets very messy and murky. So we'll see what they do here.
They'll come with 2 receivers to each side of the formation, and now they'll bring a 3rd to the near side left. That is Austin Ring. 1 out to the right. That's Evanich. Walder back in there, looking left, throws out of the backfield. Rose has it, but he's going to be dropped short of the goal line. They'll mark him on the 1, and Marlington will turn it over on downs on the 1-yard line with 3:31 to go. I like the idea, but like you say, with so little room down there, the defenders don't have as far to go to catch up.
Right, exactly. Everyone is can be much tighter to the line of scrimmage. So when you catch it in space, that's great, but they can get hats to you a lot faster.
So Northwest with the ball now with 3.5 to go, and they'll start on their own 1. They've been conservative all night. They've run it up the middle with their 2 big backs, and I wouldn't expect anything differently here. 3.5 to go and a 15-point lead. Marlington late getting 1 on the field, and it's a run up the middle. And it is Stevenson to the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. Marlington only with 1 timeout remaining and a couple of first downs, and you would think this one would be over.
Gain 5, 2nd and 5.
And the Indians in no hurry here, waiting for the play to be signaled in from the near side. This offensive line has been excellent tonight for Northwest, and the backs have run extremely hard. 2nd down, handoff. It is Garber. Big hole, 20, 30, and down at the 30-yard line. That gets them out of a hole. Gets a first down. And the Indians can taste it now. Clock back in motion. It'll be under 2.5 minutes when this play is snapped. Still 23 on the play clock. On the 30, 1st and 10, handoff up the middle. It's Stevenson breaking through. He bounces to the outside. He's to the 40. He's to the 50. And he's to the Marlington 48-yard line. 22 more. And a big number being put up tonight by Connor Stevenson. looking good for that player of the game after the game.
I think it's looking that way. And as a defense, this is demoralizing, right? Again, this young offensive line has been so sound tonight. Everything is blocked up well. They're making it easy on Stevenson, and he's running hard behind him.
Down under 2 minutes to go now. Marlington just keeping it on the ground, and they've gone from their 1 to the Marlington. Northwest has gone to the Marlington 47. And it's a fake. Venables around left end, gets to the corner, around the end and out of bounds on the 35 with another first down. That'll stop the clock with 1:40 to go.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
John DeMarco all the way out to the numbers, directing traffic, and looks like Stevenson's going to come out of the game. Garber will stay in for now anyway. Extra man in the backfield for Northwest is Logan Turbovich. And it looks like they're going to take a knee here. So they line up with a deep man behind the quarterback. He does take a knee. And so with a minute and a half to go, they could do that 1 or 2 more times. And this one will be over. Marlington with a timeout, but down 2 scores. Wouldn't seem to be in a position to take one.
Second down.
Riker Griffin is the safety man, way back behind everyone. It's about 13 yards behind the line of scrimmage as Venables waits, letting the play clock run down to 5 to 3. Takes the snap, takes a knee. And they'll have to do that one more time, and I think we can put it in the books now. This is a pretty impressive performance by the Northwest offense.
Absolutely, and we've said it all night, but with this level of youth to dominate a game and dominate the line of scrimmage like this, wildly impressive. Wildly impressive.
We'll see what they're able to do against some other teams that might put up more of a fight on the line of scrimmage, but Northwest is going to go to 2-0 as Venables takes a knee again, and the teams will line up for the handshakes. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll come back and wrap it up from Northwest, where the Indians have beaten Marlington tonight, 36-21. Stay tuned. We'll be back with a post-game show after this. You're listening to High School Football, presented by the Sarstone Auto Group on Q92.
For 50 years, Canton Christian Home has empowered seniors to live life fully through compassionate housing, assisted living, and skilled nursing care. Join us for our upcoming Swiss steak dinner September 19th and special 50th anniversary events this fall. Visit cantonchristianhome.org for more details. Every donation supports quality care and residents facing financial hardship. To learn more, schedule a tour, or support our mission, call Lauren Cook at 330-430-5145.
And that's the end of the first half. The score, your financial stress 50, your wallet 0, and your checking account requesting some second half adjustments.
Great teams make adjustments and come back stronger. If you're in need of a new financial partner, it's time to make a change too.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
As the teams huddling around their coaches, and the Northwest Indians, a winner tonight over Marlington, 36-21. And you had a night tonight for Northwest where they had unofficially 300-yard rushers and just were able to do whatever they wanted to do on the ground. Obviously, by that number, they had all 5 of their touchdowns were on the ground. They threw a couple of passes maybe during the game. And though Marlington put up a good fight, just not enough up front to handle this Northwest team. Great job by the line, great job by the quarterback, by Garber as the other running back, but we're looking at Connor Stevenson for the player of the game tonight, brought to you by a home appliance company.
Absolutely. Stevenson not only did a great job being the hammer all night, but in addition to that, showed up on defense. He was in the backfield all night long, had a few sacks. Great effort by that young man.
All right, that'll do it from Northwest, where the Indians beat the Dukes of Marlington by a score of 36-21. Thanks to Jake back in the studios, and thanks to my partner Mike Kelley on Clint Scroggs. And be aware of what's going on all week on the Q92 Facebook and Instagram and X to find out which games we'll have for you next week. But we'll have another full slate of games for you next Friday and Saturday. So be aware of that here on the Q92 Sports Network. Again, one more time, our final from Canal Fulton, Northwest 36, Marlington 21. You've been listening to high school football presented by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Hey, sports fans, if you love local sports as much as we do, make sure to head over to Q92radiosports.com. Think of us as your home for local sports news, from high school to college all the way to the pros. We have area scores, local weather updates, and a quick and easy way to reach out and contact us. Best of all, it's the place to listen to all of our high school and Mount Union football games all season long. The home for Q92 Sports is Q92radiosports.com.
Make sure you're following Q92 Sports on social media. We bring you the absolute best in local sports news, live play-by-play action, exclusive player and coach interviews, game day photos, and so much more. Never miss an update. Just search and follow at Q92 Sports across all your favorite platforms and subscribe today. Stay connected to the teams, the games, and the moments that matter most. Q92 Sports, your home for local sports.